Hi, folks, and welcome back to the Star Wars Library, where Star Wars is in print, and we're going back to the Marvel comic books today to talk about one issue, and it's issue 77. We're still in 1983, of course. We're still post Return of the Jedi, at least in the real world when it came out. In the comic books, Marvel-wise, we're not there at Return of the Jedi just yet. We're going to be talking about kind of a meh story, in my opinion. It's not really a story that I don't think is too great. I guess we'll get into in a bit. It's issue 77 of Marvel, and you can find it in the omnibus that I have, which is Fool's Bounty. It's volume 5 of Dark Horse's reprints of the Marvel Star Wars stuff. So if you want to find it, you can check it out in here. And so the cover is right here. Now, actually, Luke, if you can see, Luke has a green lightsaber. He does not actually have one, um, which is kind of weird that you would put that here. But again, Return of the Jedi was already out when this issue was released, so I guess they put it there. But Luke does not have a green lightsaber. This is still pre-Shadows of the Empire, and of course pre-Return of the Jedi. Shadows of the Empire being where Luke actually constructs the green lightsaber. But again, we'll get into that in a bit. Um, basically, the story is called Shantice of the Stars, or Shantius of the Stars. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but the title is right here in case you do not believe me. So, anyways, what this story is um, the rebels have potentially found some information on how to get to Han Solo. We're still trying to get, trying to figure out where some info or more stuff on him. Um, and the reason that they're trying to get to Han is, or I guess find Han, of course, obviously because he's his friend, but they also find that Han might be the one who has some information on Tay Vanis, and he is potentially having this, this very important information for the rebels that could be used. So Lando and Chewie are kind of skeptical, but they see it as kind of a chance where, hey, we could go look for Han some more. We have the freedom to do that, so we're not going to speak up. We're not going to get involved in this. So, um, so Lando and Chewie on the droids go their separate way, and then Luke, Leia, and Pliff, the Hujib, they go on their own mission. So you would assume that after this issue, we'll then get the Lando, Chewie, and the droid story because this is about Luke and Leia's adventure. Well, we'll see, I guess. So, anyways, Luke, Leia, and Pliff, they go and they're doing their own thing, and they go to this space station. It's kind of hosting an event. There's a lot of Zeltrons there, which is what Danny is in the Marvel series. So it's kind of like a cabaret in a way. And there's so Pliff is he's kind of playing off as kind of like, oh, he's the diplomat of the group, which is kind of to me I find that funny. Um, but Luke is then being followed by these Zeltrons. I should also specify that Luke and Leia took the Falcon, so they have the Millennium Falcon at this point. And so Luke is actually being followed by these Zeltrons, and they're kind of like, I don't know, they're kind of like fangirls, kind of like chasing after this celebrity crush that they have, or something like that. That's just kind of how it comes across to me. So then Leia decides to get some info, and she disguises herself as a singer. Now, this is and it's actually an outfit very similar to that of her slave outfit in Return of the Jedi. But anyways, it's kind of like the holiday special where Leia sings. I guess the less said about that, the better, because that's some interesting stuff there. So anyways, there's like this little tyke. He's a huck, and he basically gets like, I don't know, turned on by Princess Leia. I don't really know the best way to say it, but he hears her sing, and Leia's like, he's gentle and he's true, never tries to force me, oh no. And he's, this little guy's like, ah, and then he turns into this big huck, and he's like being, going around, and he's smashing stuff, and Leia eventually goes and she calms him down with her singing, and then like he's all happy and that's how the story ends. Um, it's a very, like I said earlier, it's a very strange, very odd tale. The other thing that's odd is that at the end of this issue here, it says the Big Khan is up next, and that's the Lando Calrissian and Chewbacca story that we're hinting at. That is not the next issue that we see, but we'll get to that. So basically, I mean, Is this an essential read? No. This is not a very good story. It's not a very impactful story. It's a very standalone. I mean, yeah, you're trying to get info, about Tay Vanis, but you don't really see too much of it there. It's kind of like this one offish, and Luke is kind of like, I mean, Avidian ends too with like Leia at like a concert where Leia's singing and Luke's just kind of like, I wonder if Leia knows anything else, and it's a very very odd tale that can be easily skipped by Marvel readers, and especially over modern expanded universe readers. So I cannot recommend this story, and I would encourage you to, if you don't want to read everything in the expanded universe, this is easily something in here. Issue 77 that can be skipped. So you can take it or leave it. So, anyways, folks, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time with another episode of the Star Wars Library. May the Force be with you.